Hey everyone, so as you can see, I was fully prepared for this video because I'm super organized and had this plan from the beginning. Well, now that it's spring and the cherry blossoms are blooming, it's time to choose our top 10 picks to watch, and to just change things up a little bit, we're going to determine how many episodes we are willing to give a series before throwing it into our dropped any list section. So let's find out which series have the best chance at getting all the way through to the end of the season. Diamond is the first anime on our list because it is something that's a little different, and I am a huge fan of Food Wars and just Japanese cuisine in general. But this one does take a different approach as we follow our main character Nagomu Irino as he returns to Kyoto after trying to pursue a music career by joining a band. But because his father is currently in the hospital, he decides to take over the family business, which is a Japanese sweet shop. We also get introduced to another character, Itsuka Yukihira, who has been fostered by Nagoya's mom and has been working in the sweet shop, and she is only 10 years old. So they decide to have a contest to see who will be the one to take over the family business. Anybody who is a fan of slice of life and enjoy a mix of some comedy, cute moments, and watching your characters work hard to achieve their dreams through trial and error, then this one might be the one you want to check out. As a fan of Food Wars and just getting to look at all the delicious food that is being prepared, I know for sure I'm writing all of these down so when I head back to Japan, I can immediately try every single thing they make. I'm going to be giving this one at least 2 episodes. Have you ever had a friend who just didn't have any boundaries and did not understand the word personal space? Well, if you want to relive those moments again, then you might want to give Sharon-san wa Hakarenai a chance. We follow Reina, who's a student with a very low, quiet voice. As you guess, she doesn't understand the concept of personal space. She's either way too close to you or way too far. And now you might be wondering who would make an entire anime about someone who doesn't know how to determine space between two people when engaging in a conversation? Well, that's a good question, but nonetheless, here we are, and now you will sit down and watch it. Wait. Hold up, he's a student? I thought for sure he was the teacher. He looks at least 40. All right, my headcanon is that Reito has failed this class for the last 6 years, and this will be the moment he finally passes. Because again, this dude's 40. Seriously though, this looks like a pretty wholesome series with a lot of comedy mixed in, or this might just be lolly date. So I'm gonna give this one 3 episodes. What's a top 10 list without an isekai? And well, this is no exception because we got another one here with Don't Hurt Me, My Healer. Produced by Kadokawa and based off the manga, I just have to say my first isekai before I even knew what they were was Dot Hack Sign. And I love that series, and never would I have ever thought that this concept would blow up the way it has within the anime world. It does make a lot of sense for this genre to be as successful as it is though, as obviously a lot of people love gaming, and the idea to be brought into that world that you enjoy so much is incredibly appealing. I think this one offers something a little unique in that our main character Carla is a dark elf cleric who is supposed to be a healer, but instead put way too many skills into leveling up her insulting skills, which is so dumb. But some of that is what makes for some great comedy as well, which this series mainly is. All I truly want from this series is to see Alvin, the main warrior, constantly in a jam, and he needs healing, but Carla just fails on epic proportions and instead just spends her time insulting him as he's in the corner just begging to not die. So I think the comedy alone will probably keep me engaged, but I'm going to be giving this one 2 episodes. Are you a mad scientist and are looking to prove that time travel is real? Did you think I was talking about Steins Gate?
The greatest anime of all time?
Well, no, that is not the anime we're going to be talking about. Actually, we're going to be focusing on Science Fell in Love, So I Tried to Prove It, R equals 1 minus Sin 0. Yeah, that's actually the title, and it just rolls right off the tongue. I didn't have to do that take multiple times at all. Anyway, the premise is about Okabe falling in love with Kurisu, Wait, no, sorry, wrong anime again. This story is actually about what happens when two scientists who are deeply passionate about research fall in love. The main characters are Himuro Ayami and Yukimura Shinya, who are students at Saitama University, but as science and engineering majors, the fact that they can't logically prove love would mean those feelings they have aren't real. So they set out to do just that. They want to prove that love actually exists. So the series will focus on various experiments with fellow classmates, all trying to finally solve the long mystery that is love. So the real question is, do you think love actually exists, or do you think the feelings we have are all just fake? Let me know in the comments. Though I would say that the love that Okabe and Kurusu have for one another seemed pretty real, and that transcends through various timelines. So that will be my proof, and I'm a huge fan of all things science, so this is definitely a series I'm willing to give a chance. So I'm gonna be giving this one a whopping 5 episodes.
Determining that without credible data means I'd be a failure as a scientist.
So this next one is a returning series starting its 2nd season, and that is the Rising of the Shield Hero. But I thought, instead of me diving deep into the series, I thought, wouldn't it be cool if I brought on a fellow YouTuber that goes by the name Fornever? That's right, I've got Fornever World. Let me just summon him real quick. Shadow Clone no Jutsu. Wait, hold on. Transition no Jutsu.
So we rise again for the Shield Hero. Rising of the Shield Hero Season 2. I am so freaking pumped. I'm not even gonna lie. One of the major things that I want to see more of, I want to see Mine squeal. Like, don't get me wrong, she did get punished or whatever, but I have a feeling that Mine isn't going to be done with her deeds, although she started to look more like Team Rocket in a way. Like, she doesn't feel as menacing as she first did, considering now nobody believes all of the BS that she did, and pretty much now they renamed her into the B word. But boy, am I excited for the Rising of the Shield Hero, especially considering the fact that it was delayed due to the pandemic and everything like that. Now that we're finally going to be able to return to this world and see what's going on and see if you can really be a hero with just a shield.
Thank you so much, Fornev, for going over the Rising of the Shield Hero Season 2. I, for myself, will be definitely giving this one at least 3 episodes, but I think it goes without saying that I'm going to be finishing the entire thing. We have another series here, finally coming in with its 3rd long-awaited season, and that is no other than Kaguya-Sama. We weren't completely left out in the dust with our Kaguya-Sama needs because we did get that really interesting OVA. Yeah, it was a pretty good OVA. I would say I learned a lot. I think everybody who watched that is now a master's in physics. So anyway, Kaguya-Sama, if you already saw the first 2 seasons, then there isn't much I need to tell you. But if you haven't given Kaguya-Sama a chance, and you're a big fan of slice of life and some pretty damn funny moments mixed in, then this is seriously one you want to add to your list. Because how could anyone ever forget that epic Chika Fujiwara dance? So I will be extremely shocked if season 3 isn't any good. So I'm going to be giving this one 3 episodes. But again, this one is a guarantee to finish all the way through because this series never disappoints with its humor. I was really happy to see this one on the list because the World Cup is just around the corner, and this will be the first time I get to cheer for Canada along with Portugal in this upcoming... Whoa! You are aware this isn't the first soccer anime, right? First of all, it's football. Secondly, I already know that. I was just about to tell everyone here until you rudely interrupted me. Oh yeah, don't mind me. Get back to it. Hold on. Were you the one who kicked the soccer ball at me? Football. Okay, so football anime. We've had greats like Captain Tsubasa, Moedo, Top Striker, Whistle, Hungry Heart, Wild Striker. Honestly, the list just kind of goes on, but what makes this one a little different is that we are focusing on an aspiring player from backwater town in Japan, and he has hopes of getting into a high school with a good football club. That doesn't all go according to plan when he does something during a match that causes them to lose and be eliminated from the tournament, and after some time someone recognizes him and we follow his journey to see how things pan out for him from there. The animation honestly looks great for this series, which is not a surprise considering it's being handled by Production IG, which is definitely one of the top studios along studios like WIT and MAPPA. But what truly gives me hope for this series is that Production IG is also responsible for Haikyuu, which we all know was a huge success for a sports anime. So hands down, I'm gonna be watching this and giving it at least 4 episodes. Oh, also, who are you gonna be cheering for the World Cup? Let me know in the comments.
Can't you see I'm trying to concentrate? Quit your yapping!
Now we're here, and sitting in our top 3, we've got another returning anime series here, and it's part 2, and that's no other than Comey Can't Communicate. If you've of course seen part 1, then you're obviously aware of how great the series is, and if you are a fan of slice of life anime like Kaguya-Sama, then you will no doubt enjoy Comey Can't Communicate as well. I really find the art and animation style in this series to be really interesting. I like the clean design of the characters, but it has a unique element to its style that really stands out to me. I find a lot of the shots that translate from manga to animation really well done, and it's really pleasing to look at. So will Comey be able to complete her mission and make 100 friends? And will Tadano and Comey's relationship grow into something more as the season progresses? Well, I haven't read the manga on this one, so I'm gonna be finding out just like the rest of you when I start season 2. I really enjoyed part 1, so I'm gonna be giving this one at least 3 episodes, but I have no doubt that this one will be an easy one I'm gonna binge all the way through.
これが言えたら友達100人なんかすぐですよ。
I'm really excited to be talking about this number 2 choice on this list because when I saw the trailer for the first time, it just blew me away with how insanely gorgeous the animation was for this one. Netflix was holding nothing back and gave Wit Studio all the money to make sure this one comes out as a banger. But you know what? Let's bring Fernev back for this one. Okay. Just have to transition no jutsu.
Okay, so easily one of the ones that I'm excited for the spring 2022 anime season is hands down Bubble. In case you haven't heard about Bubble, it's a Netflix exclusive, and there are so many reasons why you probably are going to want to get into Bubble. For starters, Gen Urobuchi is one of the writers. If you don't know who Gen Urobuchi is, he is one of the people that is behind Puella Puella Madoka Magica. He is behind Fate Zero, alongside in collaboration with Nasu, but yeah, he wrote it. And just in general, I look at him as when he writes something great, it can be excellent great, like really great. But that's not all, because then also you got Wit Studio attached that are animating it, and Wit Studio, they did the first 3 seasons of Attack on Titan, Vinland Saga, Ranking of Kings. Like, Wit Studio is the bomb. Then music wise, for the composer, you got Hiroyuki Sawano, who's doing the music, and he did Naruto Shippuden, he did Fairy Tail. Like, this dude is amazing with the music. Oh, and the artist of Death Note is doing the character designs. Like, this is going to be one of the greatest freaking things that Netflix has ever done. Its runtime is going to be at 100 minutes, and I can't freaking wait. This is too many legends compacted into one.
So I really couldn't put it better myself. This just looks like it's going to be a high intensity action anime with gorgeous animation, and when you mix parkour or tricking in your anime, then you have me sold. I was super into extreme martial arts, as you can see here, so I'm just super excited to see how they unfold this world where Tokyo is a giant playground for parkour enthusiasts, and how these bubbles break the laws of gravity, really adding a new twist to the idea of parkour.
呼んでる。
We are now here with our number 1 choice, and I think it's pretty easy to call this one with all the hype surrounding this series, and that's no other than Spy X Family. If you aren't familiar with Spy X Family, then let me bring Fernev back on this one. Transition no Jutsu.
And I had to return for number 1 because this series right now is about to blow up. Once this anime drops any day now, Spy Family, you're going to be freaking going nuts because, first of all, I'll tell you right now that it is very successful for a reason. And if you don't know how successful, it sells volumes. There's been some volumes that have sold like 700,000 copies week 1. Like, if you're doing something like that, oh, you're in a whole other level. If you don't know about it, main characters are 3 people, essentially. A fake family. A father who's an assassin, a daughter who's a sidekick that can read minds, and not really his daughter, is an adopted daughter, and he's kind of only using her for this mission. And then the mother, who is also like a spy and assassin, and it's just a freaking crazy series because it's like this little girl can read their minds and see that they're up to stuff, and they don't really understand that, so they're trying to figure all of this out and live and coincide in this fake family because essentially they're really all on a mission. Well, minus the little girl, that she's just a little girl.
Thanks so much, Fernev. So with this again being a co-production between Cloverworks and Wit Studio, it has me pretty excited as they are both incredible studios with some amazing artists working for them. I'm a huge fan of Cloverworks with their art direction and just how gorgeous scenes look, but Wit is fantastic with action. So I think together we can get something really kind of special here. So there we have it. We have all the choices we need for spring, and we can let the Sakuras bloom once again. I've already added all of these onto my Annie list. Thank you so much, Fernev, for collabing with me on this video. It seriously means a lot. And so don't forget to check out Fernev's channel as well. I'm also working with Fernev on his videos as an editor, so make sure to check that out. Links will be in the description.
Just want to give a quick thank you to my guy Chris for having me involved in this one. I had a lot of fun talking about some of these anime. Let us know, what are you looking forward to the most for the spring 2022 season of anime? For Neverworld out. Have an awesome day.
So which anime are you planning to watch this spring and adding to your list? You know what to do? Comment below. Also, if you enjoyed this, consider subscribing. Hitting that like button is a huge help, and click the bell to be notified when I drop my next video. All right, don't mind me. I just got a whole list of new anime to watch, so I'm gonna be doing that right now. So that's all for this one. I'll see you in the next video.